Real Love, Where Bible and Life Meet. 60 Days of Deeper Devotion in 1 John. Written and narrated by Thaddeus Barnum. Production and supplemental material read by George W. Saris. To Gregor. Introduction. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Matthew chapter 11, verse 28.
After Mom died in October 1973, my older brother Gregor and I entered our adult years, rarely crossing paths. We simply couldn't find common ground. He gave himself to psychology and philosophy with as much passion as I gave myself to the Lord. Early on, we ended up butting heads nearly every time we talked. The two of us. Well, it just didn't work. As much as we tried to connect, superficial was about the best we could do. Weather, health, family, work. We always promised to talk soon, always said we loved each other, but nothing ever came of it. And somehow years passed between us. For reasons of his own, he distanced himself from many in our family. He rarely came around. We'd see each other once or twice a decade. Until we entered our 50s. We talked a little more. He came to some family events. The things that separated us didn't seem to separate us as much. The bond between us was real and strong. He loved us, me, our dad, our sister Kate, and our families. And we loved him. Surprisingly, he not only came to our dad's 85th birthday party in January 2012, but he and his wife actually stayed with Erilyn and me at our home for a night. It may sound small, but it was big to us. And what concerned us most that night was his health. He wasn't feeling well. He had all kinds of doctor appointments set up, and he looked scared. So I called him more. He called me more. Then the news came. On May 17, the doctor said he had metastasized cancer and months, maybe a year or more to live. After that, we talked or texted every day. I want to talk Bible, he said, not long after. Where do we start? It took me by complete surprise. How about tomorrow, late morning, I asked, pushing him off. Cool, he said. And immediately I felt this pit in the center of my stomach. I was scared this conversation would hurt our relationship. It would spark debate between us, and we'd quickly fall back to old patterns of butting heads, arguing, building walls between each other. And I didn't want that, not now, especially now. How do I do this? So the next day, I called him and admitted I was nervous. I want to take this slowly if you don't mind. And if it doesn't go well, let's stop, okay? Yeah, he replied, but I really want this. So off we went. There's one place we have to start, I said, taking him to Matthew 11:25-26. It's a passage where Jesus prayed to his Father and said, I praise you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, that you have hidden these things from the wise and intelligent and revealed them to infants. Yes, Father, for this way was well-pleasing in your sight. This is important, I interjected. He's setting ground rules. This has nothing to do with how brilliant we are. No, I get that, he came back. It means we can't, with our own minds, understand God or the Bible. We need his help. He reveals himself if we come to him as little children. It may sound unfair, but he doesn't care if we're scholars or simple-minded. People in the third world living in poverty who have no access to universities have as much access to him as we do. That's the story. He surprised me. He was all in. Agreed. I like it. Now keep going, he insisted. So I asked him what he thought of verse 28. He read it out loud. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden. And he stopped. There was silence on the phone between us. I waited until he finally read, For I am gentle and humble in heart. Verse 29. I heard him take a deep sigh and say, I've never seen that before. And here we were, the two of us, at the hardest place of all. Gregor, this is it, I said to him. This is everything. It's the entire Bible.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.